Welcome back to From the Pages of WWF Survivor Series 1989, and this one feels different the second you open it because it's not trying to be a monthly magazine. It's built for one night, one event, something you would have in your hands walking into the building or sitting in your seat, waiting for the first match to start. And right away, you're hit with that full lineup spread. Every team laid out in front of you. No story yet, no build. Just names, captains, sides drawn. Heenan's Family, Roddy's Rowdies, Hulkamaniacs, the Million Dollar Team, Ultimate Warriors, Dream Team, Enforcers, 4x4s, King's Court, all of it right there at once. And you can feel how stacked it is before you even turn the page. You move past that and into the production page, the credits, Titan Sports, the formal side of it, the kind of page most people skip, but even that grounds it, makes it feel official. Like this is more than just a show, it's a presentation, something put together carefully, and then you flip again, and now it starts to come alive. Ring scene, the WWF report, and this is where the tone is set. It's not quiet, it's not reflective, it's building, pushing everything toward Thanksgiving night. And you can feel how each feud is positioned like it's about to explode. Hulk Hogan and the Hulkamaniacs are front and center, and across from them, the Million Dollar Team, with the focus locking in on Jake Roberts and the Million Dollar Man. The injury, the neck, the idea that Jake might not be 100% and the Million Dollar Man knows it. You keep reading, and it doesn't slow down. It shifts right into Ultimate Warrior and Andre the Giant, and that contrast jumps off the page. Unstoppable energy against immovable size, and then again into Piper and Rude. That personal edge, that feeling like this isn't just about the match, it's about getting even. You turn the page, and now the Warrior feature takes over, and it slows just enough to let you sit with it. He's not just another name in a match, he's leading his team. Neidhart beside him, the Rockers bringing speed, and it's all laid out clearly. Power and speed together, and then right across from them, you've got Andre Haku, the Brainbusters, and the way it's written, you can feel the imbalance, the danger, the idea that one mistake and the whole thing could fall apart. It doesn't overcomplicate it, it just puts it in front of you and lets it sit. Flip again, and now it's the Million Dollar Man. And the tone shifts back into something more focused, more targeted. He's not talking about a team, he's talking about one man, Jake Roberts, and the whole piece centers around that injury. The neck, the idea that Jake came back, but maybe he shouldn't have, and the Million Dollar Man's calm about it, confident, almost like he's already decided, how it's going to end. It doesn't feel loud; it feels calculated, and that makes it land harder. Then you move into the rules page, and this is where everything gets pulled together. The elimination format is spelled out, how teams break down, how matches end, and it reinforces what you've already been feeling as you read. This isn't about titles, it's about survival. One by one, men are removed until nothing is left. And the way it's explained, it's simple, direct, but it raises the stakes for every single matchup. You turn the page, and now you're into the match breakdowns, and this is where the program really settles in. Hulkamaniacs versus the Million Dollar Team, and it's all there. Hogan and Zeus, strength against strength, demolition, and the powers of pain. Two teams that don't slow down, they collide, and right in the middle of it, Jake and the Million Dollar Man. That technical edge, that injury hanging over everything. You can almost see how it's going to play out just from the way it's written. Next page, and it shifts again. Piper's Rowdies against Rudy's Brood, and the tone changes immediately. This one feels unpredictable. Piper, Snuka, the Bushwhackers, nothing clean about it, nothing controlled. And across from them, Rude, perfect, the Rougeau, sharper, more precise, but just as dangerous. It reads like it could go in any direction, and that's what makes it stand out. You keep going, and now it's the 4x4s against King's Court, and the story is right there. Savage took Duggan's crown, and everything from that point forward is about like getting it back. Every name in that match ties into that larger idea: Garvin, Valentine, Hercules, Bravo, Bret Hart anchoring it with that technical presence, and it feels more grounded, more about pride than chaos. Turn the page again, and you're back into scale. Ultimate Warriors against Heenan's Family, and it comes down to that contrast again. Warriors' intensity, Andre's size, the Rockers flying against the Brainbusters' precision, and it's written in a way that keeps bringing you back to that one idea. How do you eliminate someone like Andre? How do you survive long enough to even try? Then the Dream Team and the Enforcers, and this one feels layered in a different way. Dusty Rhodes, Beefcake, Santana, the Red Rooster, personalities that all move differently against Boss Man, Akeem, Martel, Honky Tonk Man, and right away you can see the mix: power, arrogance, strategy, and underneath it the smaller rivalries. Beefcake and Martel, Dusty and Boss Man, all tied together into one match that feels like it could break apart at any second. You move forward, and now Demolition gets the spotlight, and it leans into that rivalry with the Powers of Pain, not just a matchup, but something that's been building, something physical, something that doesn't end clean. And the way it's written, it's not about winning, it's about destruction, about taking the other team apart piece by piece. And then there's that ad page, Wrestling Spotlight magazine, featuring Bret Hart, positioned right in the middle of everything. And it fits. It doesn't interrupt. It feels like part of the same world, something else you can pick up, something else connected to what you're already reading. You turn the page, and Martel comes into focus, plotting against Beefcake. And again, it ties back into the match you just read about, Slick involved. Strategy over strength, trying to outthink instead of overpower. And it adds another layer to something that already felt crowded with stories. Then Piper again, this time directly calling out Rude, and the tone sharpens. It's more personal now, less about teams and more about settling something that's been building. And you can feel that edge come through in the way it's written. Next page, Mr. Perfect, focused, confident, talking about Snuka, about finishing him with the perfect plex, and it's quick, but it sticks. Because it's so direct, no wasted motion, just a statement of what he plans to do. You move into the keep an eye on section, and it's brief but important. Quick hits on names like Paul Roma, Akeem, Dusty Rhodes, Tito Santana, the Rujos. Just enough to remind you, how deep everything is, how many moving pieces there are, even outside the main focus. And then that full page Coliseum video ad hits, Survivor Series on tape. Order now the full 3-hour event, and it pulls you right back into that idea that this doesn't end when the show is over. It continues. You can take it home, watch it again, keep it, and then you're at the end, and there's no big closing statement, no final paragraph wrapping it up. It just stops because it doesn't need one. Everything you needed to know was already laid out, every match, every rivalry, every angle, and by the time you close it, you're not thinking about reading more, you're thinking about the show. If you were there, if you had this in your hands, this is all you needed. If this brought you back, save it and come back to it. Drop your thoughts. Which team did you think was walking out of Survivor Series intact? See you next time. Farewell from the Empire State.